All right, what's up, people? It's Mr. Dark Eye, and I'm going pre-recorded this time with this Meg the Stallion situation real quick, man, because I feel like my live did not go the way I needed it to go so I could get this information out or whatever, man, because everybody needs to know that this situation that's happening with Meg the Stallion uh, can be a learning experience and a teachable moment for anybody in the music industry early right now in their stages of the business, whether you are someone that's looking to be a manager, start a production company, record label, or you are an aspiring artist, or you're looking to run a label and somebody that puts money up and hires you to actually run the label or whatever the case may be. This is something I feel like has started a huge conversation on all these media outlets because it's something that everybody can learn from. And it's not the first time this has happened, of course. This is something that has gone on for years and years and years. I believe recently something similar to this happened with China Doll. But I'm not sure exactly what happened with her, but it was something that happened. Um, but China didn't go public like Megan did. Meg or Megan, whatever she called herself or whatever. But I'm guessing Meg is short for Megan. But anyway, she didn't go public like Meg did, and that's the reason why I feel like this is such a big deal. But the whole thing is that for anybody that don't know, Meg Thee Stallion started out in Houston, built a buzz and a name for herself, and she got popping with a couple of mixtapes. She had a independent label reach out to her called Quality Control, and they DM'd her because they said they didn't want to go in a bidding war with her because she was popping, and she did answer their DM, and then she ended up going with 1501 Entertainment because she said T. Ferris reached out to her, and she felt like it was the best thing for her to do. At the time, it was just her and her mama, and her mama was working a job that she hated, and she was going to school, and she felt like the $15,000 that they offered her at the time was something that she really needed. But I found it interesting that in the Angie Martinez interview that she said she took this $15,000, but then she turned around and didn't spend it. She saved it. You know what I'm saying? But she made it seem like that she desperately needed the money, and as soon as she got it, she was gonna spend it, and because it was some things that her and her mama need to take care of, like it was a state of emergency or something. But she said she saved the money, so I don't understand why she took $15,000 or whatever. You know what I mean? Because if you popping, you got leverage. You should know your worth. You should have learned something from people like Master P, who turned out $1,000,000 because he knows his worth. So why is it that you took $15,000 if you say you was popping? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? But 15 grand. I mean, I don't know. That'll last you about 6 months or whatever. But like you say, she didn't even spend the money, so I don't get it. But so from there, they had some success from there, I guess, and then eventually T. Ferris went and they did a distribution deal at 300 Entertainment. Now, 300 Entertainment is owned by Leo Cohen. Like, he used to be the CEO there, but now he owns it, and everybody knows about Leo Cohen because Dame Dash has definitely went on record saying he's a culture vulture, and then Leo Cohen went on to the Breakfast Club and basically proved Dame Dash to be right. I sat there and listened to that interview, and I promise you, it's like I know after hearing him let these words and stuff that he was saying in that interview come out of his mouth, I know I definitely wouldn't do business with Leo Cohen. Even back in the day when Lupe Fiasco was trying to release his Lasers album, I didn't notice, but I found out after the fact or whatever. I didn't notice at the time, but I found out after the fact that he was getting blackballed to not even be able to release his album Lasers, which is a dope album, but he was getting blackballed by Leo Cohen at the time because he didn't want to do a 360 deal. So, and if y'all don't know, Leo Cohen and Kevin Liles is the reason 360 deals are implemented into the music business. So, for T. Ferris to want to go over there and do business with these guys, you know what I'm saying? That's a red flag to me, you know what I'm saying? But Meg Thee Stallion don't know no better, and neither does Carl. So, they do this 300 Entertainment distribution deal, and based on Carl's words, allegedly she got $50,000 out of that deal, which she's saying that or whatever, that she's saying she never got that money or whatever, but Carl is saying that she did get that money and he got paperwork and her signature to prove it. So they do that deal. Then basically Meg Thee Stallion's mom passed away. Meg Thee Stallion's mama was her momager, and she passed away, and then she needed new management, so she ended up going to Roc Nation. Now, it's been on record that Carl said that he asked about this meeting at Roc Nation, and T. Ferris told him it wasn't nothing. They just going over there to like do something like tour the building or something like that. Nothing serious, he said. Nothing to worry about, right? But I know for me, I'm going. Y'all ain't finna go take a meeting with Roc Nation and I'm not going over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me if it was me. But Carl probably like, yo, okay, I trust you. Y'all go do whatever y'all saying y'all gonna do over there at Roc Nation. Now, after that was all said and done, when it came down to it, they actually signed the deal, and then Carl hears about it or see the post on social media that they just signed with Roc Nation. And then after all of that, you come back to this man talking about, hey, while I was over there at Roc Nation, the meeting that they lied to him about, while I was over there at Roc Nation, they had their lawyers look over my contract and said some things weren't right about it. Now, here's the thing. T. Ferris drew up your contract. You know what I'm saying? Carl Crawford is the money guy. He started the label. He put the money up for the label. He hired T. Ferris to run the label, handle the day-to-day operations of the business. He drew up your contract. So if y'all in this meeting, Meg Thee Stallion, T. Ferris, Roc Nation, and the lawyers, and they point out something wrong with that contract, Meg Thee Stallion should have turned to T. Ferris like, what's up with this, bruh? For real. What's going on with this? I didn't know this was in my contract. What's happening? What's up? You know what I'm saying? But no, T. Ferris is basically playing Meg Thee Stallion and Carl Crawford against each other. Two people that don't know nothing about the business. They clueless, but he playing them against each other basically so he can come up. Because he trying to get that gig at Roc Nation and all that. So they going back and forth with each other, not knowing nothing about the business at all or whatever. Meg Thee Stallion not realizing or whatever that she should be questioning T. Ferris. And then Carl should be coming at T. Ferris like, hey, bro, I hired you to do a job. I need you to do it. That's basically what it all comes down to me. So at the end of the day, I'm saying that the problem is T. Ferris. Now, if I didn't say this before, I'm saying it now, that allegedly they saying that T. Ferris at one point was living with Carl Crawford, sleeping on the couch or whatever the case may be, eating his food and not paying no bills. Now, if Carl Crawford is that kind of dude that let another grown man come into his house, eat his food, sleep, and not contribute to no bills, rent free, I'm saying that ain't the kind of dude that'll do anybody wrong. And then turn around, start a company, and basically give you a job. How's that somebody or whatever that'll do anybody wrong? And then Meg Thee Stallion is saying that every day, all day, every time I turn around, it was just me and T. Ferris or whatever. I don't have a relationship with Carl Crawford because Carl is the money guy. He owns the company. Anybody with a job knows that day to day you deal with the manager on site. You barely even see the person who owns the company. That ain't the way things work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm basically saying that the problem is T. Ferris. All this is the problem with, as far as I'm concerned, it's T. Ferris, man. I feel like that, it's always the people that you feel like you can trust and the people or whatever that's right there that you feel like you can trust, and those be the ones that's crossing you. All right? So it's the middleman that you gotta look out for, okay? All y'all artists out there. And know every time you get ready to sign a contract, you got to know what's in that contract. Everything that's in that contract. And you got to know that you got a lawyer that's looking out for your best interest. And that lawyer has no ties and no connections with the other company that you're negotiating with. All right? This is just that, man. That's why I always tell artists that you got to make sure that you are approaching this thing like a business owner and an entrepreneur. All right? Because there's a trade-off happening. You know what I'm saying? You're giving up some ownership for whatever it is they offering you in return. You got to make sure that it's on point and it's what you want. And you getting what you deserve out of the deal. All right? And if that's not the case, then you sign off on it or whatever, then that's what it is. You don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate. That's pretty much what happens with this whole situation. So I blame T. Ferris. And then Carl Crawford, you got to just make sure when you start businesses, you got to do a better job of who you hire to run it. All right? And Meg, You know, just live up to the fact or whatever that you don't know what's going on and you just being bounced around back and forth or whatever. And the guy that you actually can trust that has been trying to help you and do things for you that you can actually trust is the guy you thinking that's doing you dirty when it's not. It's the one that you feel like you can trust that's doing you dirty. I bet you bottom dollar. And Carl Crawford is going to come out on top and be good as long as he got his paperwork and his receipts. At the end of the day, he going to be good in court. He ain't got to worry about that. He going to come out of there with a W. All right? But that's just my take on it. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments. All that good stuff or whatever. Like I said, I had to do this video because I felt like my live was acting up. So that's what it is, man. Make sure y'all tune in next week, same time. I'm going to be talking about... What am I talking about? I don't know. I got to think about it. But we're going to get into it next week, man. I'm going to do it at 7 o'clock again because I feel like it's a better time for everybody based on their work schedules. But y'all know how I get down, man. I'm just trying to help y'all live your dreams. And I want y'all to continue to trust God and live your dreams. All right? We'll catch you next time. I'm out.